out of Liberia by sharing their successes, challenges, entrepreneurial endeavors, and much more, with the intent to inspire upcoming changemakers. The 1847 show also promotes the Liberian culture by creating a space for individuals to learn the history of our nation, to find solutions to problems that affect us today. For this and much more, stay tuned for all things Liberian. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hello, my name is Grace Choma Baba, founder Gartor Organization and owner at Janice's Snacks. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things Liberian. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things Liberian.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Lucky ball.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know. Listen. Mama Liberia, you will rise again. And more your friend and you will shine again. Nobody will look down on you again. I prophesy to you, you will regain your dignity again. All hill, Liberia hill. Red, white, and blue is where I represent for sure. This New Orleans or liberty shall long be for all of us. I'm not talking about one person, all of us. History said you've been the cornerstone of Africa. You've been a safe place when the free slave came back to Africa. That green pepper coast. Hey, Mama Liberia, I can't wait to see you taking over Africa. We got the power to do it, man. You are lifted. See your children, look at how they gifted. You gave birth to the first African.
Welcome back. You're watching the 1847 show, and this is season 1, episode 3, which is part of our 2 series called Social Entrepreneurs. This series highlights the efforts of changemakers who have found innovative solutions to solving social problems that affect our nation. And during this interview today, you're going to find out just how our guest has been able to do that. Our guest today is Pauline F. Gartor, who is the founder of Girls Health Alliance and the CEO of Girls Cares Kit. Ms. Gartor is best known for her relentless efforts to advocate for young women education on their rights and sexual reproductive health. But before we start talking all things Liberian, don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment on the stream to stay engaged. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Grace Choma Baba, founder Gartor Organization and owner at Janice's Snacks. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things Liberian. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things Liberian.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Lucky ball.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know. Listen. Mama Liberia, you will rise again. And more your friend and you will shine again. Yeah. Nobody will look down on you again. I prophesy to you, you will regain your dignity again. All hill, Liberia hill. Red, white, and blue is where I represent for sure. This rural land of liberty shall long be for all of us. I'm not talking about one person, all of us. History said you been the cornerstone of Africa. You been a safe place when the free slave give back to Africa. That green pepper goes. Hey, Mama Liberia, I can't wait to see you taking over Africa. You ain't got the power to do it, man. You are lifted. See your children there. Look at how they gifted. You gave birth to the first African.
Hello, my name is Gartor, founder of Gartor Destiny Creative Organization, and owner at Janice Smith. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things like you. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things like you.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Lucky ball.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know. Listen. Mama Liberia, you will rise again. And more your friend and you will shine again. Nobody will look down on you again. I prophesy to you, you will regain your dignity again. All hill, Liberia hill. Red, white, and blue is where I represent for sure. This rural land of liberty shall long be for all of us. I'm not talking about one person, all of us. History said you been the cornerstone of Africa. You been a safe place when the free slave give back to Africa. That green pepper goes. Hey, Mama Liberia, I can't wait to see you taking over Africa. You ain't got the power to do it, man. You are lifted. See your children there. Look at how they gifted. You gave birth to the first African.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining. Our guest is going to be here shortly. We're still trying to settle some technical difficulties. However, we do have a great show for you today. She is a very inspirational leader, has done a lot, and we're very excited to share what she's done with you today. Some good questions, and I'm sure she's going to have some good answers. So please hang in there while we try to get her on board within the next 5 minutes.
Hello, my name is Grace Choma Baba from the Gartor Creative Organization and owner at Janice Smith. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things like you. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things like you.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Oh, lucky ball.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know. Listen. Mama Liberia, you will rise again. And more your friend and you will shine again. Yeah. Nobody will look down on you again. I prophesy to you, you will regain your dignity again. All hail, Liberia hill. Red, white, and blue is where I represent for sure. This new land of liberty shall long be for all of us. I'm not talking about one person, all of us. History said you been the cornerstone of Africa. You been a safe place when the free slave came back to Africa. That green pepper coast. Hey, Mama Liberia. I can't wait to see you taking over Africa. We got the power to do it, man. You are lifted. See your children, look at how they gifted. You gave birth to the first African.
All right, so she is trying another computer, so hopefully that works. She is on board right now. It's just the camera isn't turned on and she's not able to get that fixed. So she's going to join from another computer. However, we're going to go ahead and look at the comment section. We do see a couple people engaged here. Someone said, let me pull it up on the screen. This is Cyrus of Savani watching from Painesville. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks for staying engaged. And then also we have Adolphus Calvin Freeman, right in time. Yes, we did start on time. However, we're finding some difficulty. So we'll be starting here shortly. Thank you guys for staying on board and joining in. And then the next one we have here is also Cyrus. He says, push on, cousin. Thanks for the motivation and the engagement as well. So you guys, please hang in there. She will be here shortly and we can go ahead and get started. In the meantime, we have these businesses that we're trying to promote, and I want to talk a little bit about them. So the first thing here is UNETPO's conference coming up. So if you saw the commercial, there is the conference coming up in Kagata, and it's $50 to register. If you're a young leader and you're trying to meet and network with new people, this is your opportunity to go there and do just that. It's only $50. It does come with an accommodation, so you'll have a place to stay. You'll be fed. We have had a couple people from Project Change Liberia also join them, and it was all good experience. They also celebrated our culture by representation of all the different counties as well. So if you're interested, if you're associated with an organization, you are more than welcome. If you're not, you just want to go solo, you're also free to do that. And another business that we promote is the Venus Pepper Sauce. This is also another change maker who has become an entrepreneur by establishing her own pepper sauce business. So if you're like myself and you like to add a bit of spice to everything, feel free to reach out to her. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, of course, on every major social media platform. So you can even get it delivered to wherever you are, if it's your workplace. We got one the other time for people at Project Change so they can be able to, when they're having their lunches, they have that option to add some spice. And also, another business that we're trying to promote is Girls Health Kit. And we'll talk a bit more about that here shortly. But stay tuned, and we'll be right back with more content for Miss Pauline F. Gartor.
Hello, my name is Grace Choma Baba from the Gartor Destiny Creative Organization and owner at Janice Smith. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things like you. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things like you.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Unlockable.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know. Listen. Mama Liberia, you will rise again. And more your friend and you will shine again. Yeah. Nobody will look down on you again. I prophesy to you, you will regain your dignity again. All hail, Liberia hill. Red, white, and blue is where I represent for sure. This rural land of liberty shall long be for all of us. I'm not talking about one person, all of us. History said you've been the cornerstone of Africa. You've been a safe place when the free slave give back to Africa. That green pepper goes. Hey, Mama Liberia, I can't wait to see you taking over Africa. You ain't got the power to do it, man. You are lifted. See your children, look at how they gifted. You get breath.
Hello, my name is Grace Choma Baba from the Gartor Destiny Creative Organization and owner at Janice Smith. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things like you. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things like you.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
unluckable.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know. Listen. Mama Liberia, you will rise again. And more your friend and you will shine again. Yeah. Nobody will look down on you again. I prophesy to you, you will regain your dignity again. All hail, Liberia hill. Red, white, and blue is where I represent for sure. This rural land of liberty shall long be for all of us. And I'm talking about one person, all of us. History said you've been the cornerstone of Africa. You've been a safe place when the free slave came back to Africa. That green pepper goes. Hey, Mama Liberia. I can't wait to see you taking over Africa. You ain't got the power to do it, man. You are lifted. See your children, look at how they gifted. You give birth to the.
Hello, my name is Gartor, from the Gartor organization, and owner at Janice's Snacks. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things like you. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things like you.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Unluckable.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know. Listen. Mama Liberia, you will rise again. And more your friend and you will shine again. Yeah. Nobody will look down on you again. I prophesy to you, you will regain your dignity again. All hail, Liberia hill. Red, white, and blue is where I represent for sure. This rural land of liberty shall long be for all of us. And I'm talking about one person, all of us. History said you've been the cornerstone of Africa. You've been a safe place when the free slave came back to Africa. That green pepper goes. Hey, Mama Liberia. I can't wait to see you taking over Africa. You ain't got the power to do it, man. You are lifted. See your children, look at how they gifted. You give birth to the.
Hello, my name is Gartor, from the Gartor organization, and owner at Janice's Snacks. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things like you. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things like you.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms.
Hey guys, sorry about that. Welcome back. Looks like she has joined us now. And I'm going to go ahead and bring her on the screen. Miss Gartor, can you hear me?
Yes. I don't know if I'm. Yes.
Awesome. So thanks for hanging in there and trying to make this work. But go ahead. Please tell us about who you are. The camera is off now. Tell us who is Pauline F. Gartor?
Thank you. I'm trying to position this camera good. Thank you. So, you already started with my name. My name is Pauline Gartor. I am a devoted and committed girls' rights activist. This work for about 10 years now, and, and I am the founder of the Girls of Alliance, Rescue Kids. Uh, Basically, I would like to stop here for now, and as we move, then the audience will get to know exactly who is Pauline Gartor. So I would like to stop here for this moment.
Okay, that's fair. So we'll go ahead into the question. So you recently graduated from the University of Liberia with a BSc in biology. So how were you able to stay so focused while you ran your organization, you ran your business, and you tried to advance yourself by, traveling all around the world? How were you able to stay so focused?
It was not really an easy joining, I would say, but it took perseverance, determination, and passion, because science and at the same time actively involved into activism. But I was able to balance it with my school, give credit to all of the organizations that I worked with during that time, and also a professor at the University of Liberia, because I can remember there were many days that I had to sit for makeup, to grant excuses, especially where you have to travel. You need to do it because you have to represent. You need to make your case out there. So it was not an easy experience, but by the grace of God, we made it. I am so great, but I made it because I had people supporting me and having my back.
Awesome. So one of the reasons you've been invited on this show is because of your leadership style. A lot of what you do, you're leading people with passion. It's very personal for you. So how has your personal experiences with, losing your best friend due to unsafe abortion, and also your mother due to the lack of good health facilities, how has that helped you establish the Girl Health Alliance?
The work I do is something that I am deeply passionate about. It's not victim about it, but because it's something that I see all around me on a daily basis. Having the voice for the voiceless, I think is something that we should make use of. It's a gift. So we should be able to stand out no matter how critical, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how people are so loud, but it's something that I think that we should remain committed to. So I got deep with the health and rights. On that rainy day in Monrovia, there where my entire journey started. On that day when I lost my mom at the JFK Medical Hospital, I spat in my hand and asking the doctors what really went wrong. And I was investigating, but my relatives, other family members and friends at the hospital were questioning me as to Asher, because that was not really normal in our setting for your mother to die and carrying on some investigation. But they had no idea that I was building a movement. So after a couple of 2 days, and then I came home grieving, crying. Then I decided my best friend who also passed away when we were 18 years old due to the abortion. Enough is enough. Because if we continue to keep silent, we will lose good mothers, many sisters, as we see around us today. So the time is now. When I reflected, and then I decided to share my idea with my friends and all of the co-founders, I want to say thank you, because I went on to share my passion and said this is something that and why I want to start it, and telling them my passion, telling them that because I'm a victim, not only because on a daily basis we see our sisters continue to die from abortion, from critical and right situation, and I lost my mother from a curable sexual reproductive health and rights I believe that I was going to have my mom alive, my friend alive, if Liberia was going to have them. And nobody can make the change we want to see in this country. Nobody can bring the change that we stand up. So I knew that it was something that I needed to start, and that's how I started the whole process. Girls of Alliance. This is just the beginning of this process, but this is a revolution I want to tell you, because we will, as long as our mothers and sisters continue to die or continue to suffer from these sexual abuse and gender injustices, we will not keep silent until our last breath, because I believe this is why.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, I think that's a very powerful story. And not only is it something personal that it's going to keep pushing you every day, but I think the fact that you didn't just blame the system as a change maker, you didn't say, oh, the system sucks. I hate this country. I want to take all my family from Liberia. But the fact that you went on to establish something that is going to help the system, I think that's very powerful. And kudos to you for that. Thanks for not just being discouraged by the system, but also trying to change it for the better as well. So another question for you is, the Girl Health Alliance has a 10-year strategic plan called STAGE, or the Sustainable Tough Action for Gender Equality. Can you please explain to us how STAGE is helping to amplify the voices of these young people like yourself in Liberia?
So the Sustainable Tough Action for Gender Equality, of course, you got it right. It's our 10 years. So the goal of that strategy or that project is to empower about 10,000 young activists from across Liberia standing up for gender equality, health, and rights. How are we going to do that? How are we achieving that, Girls of Alliance? So from 2019 up to present, we have empowered and built a capacity for reproductive health and rights activists. How are we doing that? We are empowering young people at the level of where our true strength lies. We believe in community engagement. We believe in grassroots engagement. To make a change at the national level, then I tell you, you need to be deeply involved at the grassroots level. And the message at the grassroots level. What is Girls Health Alliance so much passionate? I know people. My life today is a success story. Working with these international organizations from the community. I started from my high school. So, they never met at national level. No, I was in the community. Nobody knew me. But they gave me one thing, awareness. And I have it now. I'm standing out. And today where I am, founder of Girls of Scare Kids, and maybe many more to come in the future. So I think that we should be able to give this change we want to see as a practical approach. So we continue this training. We host health clubs as many young people, as we can. Because, we're silent. Of course, we are silent because we are not educated about our rights. We don't know our values. We are committed to doing that. So over the next 10 years, we want to see 10,000 young people standing out, speaking out, and being empowered. And those 10,000 young people, a huge number of them, I feel like, guys and young women, we have been marginalized for too long, factors. So I think like guys and young women need to have the courage, and we can only do that through men them. And that's why we are doing our Girls of Alliance at stage. We want to tackle social the community and coming to the national level, empowering young people to stand up.
Yes, yes. So what ages of young women are you targeting?
All right, Girls of Alliance, we are very specific. We specifically focus on the age range of 10 to 24 years, and reproductive health and rights services. We promote. We have 3 pillars. Let me just name have advocacy and youth engagement. we believe that youth leadership is key in what I hope that in the near future, and those of you listening to this live video, if you are a young person, you have so much to bring on board. And if you are an adult listening yet, let's get the young people involved in our work, because we see for too long young people, we have been marginalized. And all of the social issues we talk about, young people, we are the victim. And we've been the victim to those issues. So I Girls of Alliance, we believe that we should not be excluded. So meaningful youth engagement during our Girls of Alliance, and the issue of sexual reproductive health and rights and gender equality. It's a hard. We will not have gender equality when girls and young women are not able to decide on when they want to have sex, when they want to get pregnant, and when they want. If you cannot decide on those things, I mean, it will already be difficult, and guys are still dropping out, getting pregnant due to early marriage. So there are so many social factors. So our Girls of Alliance, health and rights, and the issue of gender equality remain top on our agenda. And the last, empowerment of girls and young women. Like I said it earlier, if we must see the change in this country, we should empower as many young people as we can. And I want to say thanks to it. This is a whole empowerment. And so all of our viewers here today, I just want to tell you I came with my real self. And when I share my story, I want to see the next generation coming after me. We need as many change makers as we can. Of girls and young women remain one of our key pillars. And how are we doing that? Empowering them through entrepreneurship, training, finding scholarship opportunities for them in school. Because our goal at Girls of Alliance is to ensure that girls are able to go to school, finish their full potential. So, and then we have the Girls Care Kids. So maybe we could talk about that more on our economic.
Yes, and I do have questions about the Girls Care Kit for sure. So we can definitely talk about that at a later time. But for the Girls Health Alliance, such a great name, and I like when people think outside of the box. And your organization name doesn't sound like it's just from Liberia, right? That name sounds like it could be from anywhere in the world. So creative and so out of the box. So I really appreciate that. So tell us, the GHA, if that's the appropriate abbreviation, you guys were founded in 2019, but you've done so much, including becoming a legal entity, establishing a team of volunteers, training several people, and having a lot of programs. So how have you been able to accomplish all that in such a short time?
It has not been easy. If you listen to this live today, I want you to take one key word, is passion. But as we go ahead, we'll continue. There's a whole lot of ingredients that get us to where we are today. And today we are here to share our story. I want to see somebody sharing a story and telling the 1847 show, after, thank you. It has not been an easy process, but one thing that we continue to do is to share our story on those. And I want to give a shout out to all of our volunteers at Girls of Alliance, with us. We use our own resources. We are not working, but as young people gave us some cash, people gave us Christmas gifts, people gave us some things. So we take those little money and say at the level of the community. And one of the things that already got us to register, you must be creative. You must be thinking for each time you have a problem, so if you want to become an entrepreneur, you should start finding solutions right in your home around you. COVID-19, because we had a lot of call for face masks. Being working in the safer space with a lot of international organizations and people calling for face masks. She was very good. That she has so many skills. One of them, she was a seamstress. So I took a machine and I started learning how to sew face mask. So doing the COVID-19 mask, and I hide money to sustain my family. And the rest of my money, what I say, I'm going to get an office space, register Girls of Alliance, and that's how we started. Now, carrying on to reach out, we continue to reach out among us. Somebody say I get $50, somebody say I get $100. Reaching out to our parents, you must know how to share your story. And the only way to convince someone, it must be something that you are passionate and intentional about. You must be focused. We continue to share our passion.
Okay, looks like her internet just cut shortly. But let's give her a second. Maybe she'll be back. Yes, but if you're watching, you can always stay engaged by commenting on the video from wherever you are. We have this being streamed to several different platforms on Facebook, YouTube, and also Instagram. Not Instagram, but Twitter and LinkedIn as well. So if you're watching, please stay engaged. Give us your feedback, comments, and everything. The issue of technology, the issue of internet in Liberia has been a long-term problem that we've been trying to solve as change makers. Another series that's going to be coming up shortly on this show is technology. And in that series, we're going to invite people that are in the field, people that are, in cyber or in any technological field trying to better themselves that are Liberians. We're going to call them on the show and see, hey, what is Liberia doing to, maybe have better internet, something that can benefit the everyday Liberian, benefit businesses, and even maybe bring on board international partnerships with other countries and institutions. So this is something that we've always had an issue with, but not forever. We will find a solution. That's our responsibility as change makers, as Liberians, to find solutions and not just hate the system. Just like Ms. Gartor was doing, we do not just blame the system for our problems. No, we always try to find solutions to them. And we understand that it sucks, but that should be our motivation to want to be better, to want to do better, and not blame the people who came before us as to why the system isn't great. It's just unfortunate, but if we need to be that, that group of people that does the right thing, please join the team, join your family, whoever is doing better, and try to do that. Miss Gata, I think she's back. Let me turn her on. So yes, your camera is still off. So if you want to turn it on for a second, cool. In the meantime, while she tries to rejoin, I'm going to pull up some comments here of people. So we have someone said they're watching from India. So thank you, Leo Harris Sr. Thank you for joining us from India. I've actually been to India. It is a pretty nice country. And so I can imagine that you're having a good year in India. And then Nancy didn't say much, just had some reaction there. So thank you, Nancy, for commenting. We do have our guest back with us. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her back on the screen. Hey, can you hear me? You might be muted. I'm not hearing your audio. Yes.
I'm sorry. I just saw my screen shutting down, knowing it to me.
No problem. At least we're able to get you back. That's always the best, right? We can definitely go ahead and move on. So you've established a very strong team at the Girl Health Alliance, including the likes of Damaris Jackson. So how are you able to recruit and retain these young people, even though you're not necessarily paying them or paying them much?
You really pushed me today. The first thing I think it has to do with your personal relationship. Leadership is not about just it's not just about getting the job done. It's about caring for you. And I'm passionate about the people coming after me. Not only that, but you must be able to motivate your team. And especially Girls of Alliance, our team can boast about. We have a very strong and committed team. I can see it everywhere. I'll just motivate your team. Not when you motivating them, also mentor them, push them, help them on their journey to success. I mean, with you, people should start to see some changes in their lives. People should start to see some things. You know, volunteering is not just about you maybe going in the community or doing or going to the office. If you come to Gartor Alliance and you say you want to become a program manager, teaching you about what proposal is about, how can you stand out in the crowd. So every day we have a one-on-one conversation. We realize that, I mean, these things that you are teaching them, I mean, it's something that they also see and they are seeing progress in their lives. So when you are working with people, I say be open with them, be able to source opportunities for them, be able to go the extra mile for them. And a couple of things and say, go out there for opportunity, challenge yourself. Even if you are not able to apply, and we will always go over the guideline again and again, and they will keep on trying. But always go there and let your families see how much you are involved, you are passionate about their success. So let's work together with love, with unity, and be there for them. And I think these are things that actually, but apart from that, I think also, I mean, I just give the Girls of Alliance because in some instances, very young people. So I really appreciate them.
Yes. So it's one of the biggest challenges anyone starting a nonprofit, and I'm sure you can attest to this, will encounter is just getting people on board to buy your idea. So you have an amazing vision, you're very passionate about it, but not everyone is going to share that passion with you, especially to the level that you might share it. So it's very impressive that you've been able to gather a team that is not just great, but also willing and have the skills to do the job and get the mission done. And I think one of the things that we can learn from you is you set interpersonal relationships. So not just a matter of telling people, hey, come join this organization, but your relationship with people sometimes is what really keep them on board. And then after that, well, you have a good relationship with them. But Ms. Gata is also telling us it's not just a relationship, right? You also have to go out there, make sure you're seeking opportunities for your people, make sure that you're trying to develop them professionally so that when they see that you can go the extra mile for them, maybe they would definitely go the extra mile for you as well. So a lot to learn, and thank you for those wise words. The next question for you is, aside from the Girls Health Alliance, you're very engaged in your community. For instance, you serve as the youth representative of the Play International 2019 ICDP 25th Conference in Kenya, and you are also a youth delegate at the 2019 Global Youth Meet Conference in the Netherlands. How are you able to secure these opportunities to build your network and develop yourself? All right. Looks like we lost her again. Let's give her a few seconds here. So what we're going to do, we're coming up close to the halfway mark. So at this time, we'll just take advantage of this and go on a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hopefully she's able to join by the time we get back. So thanks for hanging in there. We're going to be right back.
Hello, my name is Grace Chomagaba from the Girls of Destiny Charity Organization and owner at Janice Snacks. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things like you. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things like you.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Hello, welcome back. Thanks for sticking in there. She is back with us. Miss Gata, we're definitely at the halfway point. We're about to start talking about the Girls Health Kit. But before we do, I have a couple more questions here for you just about the Girls Health Alliance. So I'm going to bring you back on the screen and then we can go ahead and kick it off. So if you can hear me, I was asking you about the fact that outside of the Girls Health Alliance, you're still able to stay engaged. You were at the youth conference in Kenya and also in the Netherlands as well. So how are you able to find these opportunities to network and also build yourself as a professional? I think you're muted if you're speaking. Say it again. No, I think I can't still hear you. Yes. So we have a lot of engagement today. We're going to try to do our best to show some of those chats on the screen. Hello, can you hear me now? Yes.
I'm hearing you. Are you getting me?
Yes, yes.
Are you hearing me? Oh, okay. That's awesome.
So go ahead.
Yeah, it was something that I was going to mention. I especially when you said how we started all of our work, our start donors funding with our extra support. Before you start an NGO, a non-for-profit, first thing you must be able is to build your network. That is very, very key. That's why sometimes we will say you don't need money to start an organization. You don't need money to start, but what you need is the human capacity. And to get the human capacity is to build that network. And how we got into those spaces is because we were willing to volunteer, we were willing to work with others, we were willing to learn. So getting engaged into those processes is about making myself available at the level of the community and say, I want to serve, I want to do this thing. Always at different workshops and different seminars. And I want to say you have to start small. I never started with traveling to Accra, Ghana, or traveling to the Netherlands. No, I started with just a little community training next door. And at the attend those trainings, you're going to meet new people. You're going to meet people that will recommend. You're going to meet people that will take your hand. Look, on your joining, when you are really passionate, you are consistent, you are committed to your dream, you will meet people who will give you skills and opportunities that you need to even spend like $5,000 for. What people are paying money for consultancy, you're not going to pay any money because why? You have the network. And I want to tell you that attending those conferences, getting into those spaces is very, very, it has a special influence on our lives. Because when we go to those events, we have our notepads. We are writing down, we are taking down notes. You are learning from others, you are building your network. So it has actually been a great experience. But like I said, I am not here, I never got here alone. I got here because I had people supporting me. I started with the United Methodist Church Human Rights Department. I went on to serve as National Chairperson of the National Children and Youth Advisory Board of Liberia. And then I met Play International, Defense for Children International. And like imagine moving on to the Netherlands, it was my first time sitting in the Dutch Parliament. It was a very tough moment for me, but then I knew that I needed to stand out and I needed to make a case for Liberia. But attending those events, it really, really inspires you and it gets you to be brave. Like sometimes people say, I want to be like you. I like the way you speak. People taught us how to do those things. So you can do it. Just make yourself available. Get closer to people who are in the game. And you will be able to make a huge difference over a couple of times. Never say no to opportunities. There were a couple of times we go on to speak, do public speaking. People will not pay us. But you know why? We are building our network. So never say no. Once you are available, answer the call and get going because you never know who you're going to meet and what kind of network going to take you places. So networking is very key and volunteerism as well.
Yes, yes. So overall, for sure, is help when you can, when you're available, help to scratch other people's back so that when the time comes, they can scratch your back as well, because you're not always going to have the capital. the money to do things for yourself, but the people who you know, like you said, can be the ones helping you for sure. So we're going to wrap up the Girls Health Alliance here quickly. But since just the last question, we're in the new year, still January. What specific actions plan do you guys have for the Girls Health Alliance for 2023?
At Girls of Alliance for this year 2023, apart from building the capacities of 1,000 our youth activists for this year, but we also committed to reaching 5,000 girls of our programs across Liberia. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that through social media engagements, through our community structures, through our clubs. And but practically, we have targeted about 12 schools to work with in Liberia for this year, and at least 5 communities, because with that we can be able to track progress, as we have very limited funding at this moment. And another thing that I forgot to also mention is like, when you are consistent with your dream, you will continue to look out there for opportunity. So the interesting thing, from the moment we started Girls of Alliance, that's the time I was awarded as a Women to Labor Young Leader. And I used that opportunity, and I can tell you that Girls of Alliance, we are 2-time grantees of Women to Labor. And that grant, they have been able to help us a whole lot. But we're not going to win that grant without having anything to show. We use our own money to do something to showcase our work. And people come in and say, these people are serious. When they are using their own money, look, there are some projects, there are some things that you can do in your community. You don't need money to do it. Just make yourself available and influence other people, and that get us going to this. So we wish that we can reach our goal of 5,000 girls by the end of 2020, be a social media through our clubs, community engagement, but we are committed to reaching 5,000 girls across Liberia with our program for 2020.
That's awesome. And I like how you have a very specific number. And I think that's something very realistic, therefore, very measurable to know how well you did at the end of the year. But that's pretty much all the questions we had for the Girls Health Alliance. The next one now, we're going to talk a little bit about the Girls Care Kit, which is your social entrepreneurship journey, which is why, and one of the reasons you're invited to the show, to talk about how you were able to find a need within your community and turn that into an opportunity to help empower that community. So social entrepreneurship, finding a need, and then also establishing a solution. So what is the Girls Care Kit, and how is its mission different from the Girls Health Alliance?
The Girls Care Kit is a social innovation with a practical, an evidence-based approach.
Mhm.
Giving their access to reusable sanitary pad. And how do we do that? We saw the pad, not only the pad. That's why we say the Girls Care Kit is more than just a sanitary pad. In that kit, you have everything that a girl needs to take care of her body. Everything that a girl needs to take care of her body. In that kit, you have them. Whether it's soap, whether it's pad, whether it's is shaver, is toothbrush. It's a holistic approach. And why are we doing this? Why are we using this holistic approach? It's because most often we appreciate the fact that many organizations, they have tried in their own way of reaching more girls. Girls are not standing up. If you agree with me, girls are not standing up. They are talking about a rap. But one critical point that is missing is the health, and being intentional about the health and well-being of girls. And that's why we say, but then since we are Girls of Alliance, let's go and then that have this Girls Care Kit, this social innovation, this social enterprise. Most often when our parents go to the market to buy things, they will forget about pad, they will forget about toothpaste, they will forget about toothbrush. Especially in Liberia, parents are only going to get the rice, the oil, and pay your school fees. But in those things, it makes guys to have low self-esteem, lack self-confidence, because when you are not feeling your beauty, you are not feeling confidence in yourself, you will not be able to really move out there and be able to display. So we said, but then let's bring this whole thing to any period property. We're already doing it, we're already advocating, we're providing awareness, we're providing education. But how can we be more practical? We said, okay, we'll come with the Girls Care Kit, and today we have this innovation. We brought the Girls Care Kit for 3 key reasons. The first one, when we established Girls of Alliance, like I said, from 2019 to 2022, that's not been an easy journey. No extra funding opportunity until 1 year later, we were able to get some funds. So we were like, how can we have financial sustainability as an organization? How can we do that? So what we decided to do, we said, but then we'll move on with the Girls Care Kit. Because with the Girls Care Kit, we can be able to sell it and be able to have resources. That's our financial sustainability. And not only that, but our project will be sustainable. Meaning we are not only waiting for donors funding. So when we started this innovation and it went on social media, people started coming in. And I can say, Prince, thank you, because you were our first customer. You came in to support us. And today people are just calling us from everywhere, coming in with their support. So it's something that, we are really grateful for. And another reason we funded the Girls Care Kit is to address our poor menstrual hygiene among adolescent girls. Like at Girls of Alliance, we're already doing the talking, we're doing the advocacy, we're doing the teaching. But we need a more practical approach, because when we're telling the government of Liberia, provide sanitary pads for school, and then somebody asks, what are you doing practically? Then we have something to show. So imperial poverty, and how do we do that with the pad? We distribute pad to school that is in rural Liberia. The first place we want to win Grand Bazaar with that pad. And not only that, we also teach them how to use the pad, teach them about their menstruation, teach them about their bodies. And the last reason why we decided to come with the Girls Care Kit is to provide economic empowerment for girls and young women, especially the girls that we serve. Because most often we carry our trainings in those communities, but the fact that many girls are out of school because there's no school fees. Some of them have kids, they don't have money to take care of the children. So the part we use, we have our volunteers and using young girls ourselves to be able to make the part and sell it and be able to get money. So it's something that we are hoping to really achieve in 2023. How can we get more young girls involved with the part and give them some entrepreneurship skills? So the key reason why we move on to establish the Girls Care Kit. It's not only about giving financial sustainability to our organization, but to also be able to end period poverty. We know that it's a long journey, but we need a practical approach. And that's why we decided to move on with the Girls Care Kit.
Awesome. So one may ask, why isn't it that the Girls Health Alliance and the Girls Care Kit, why aren't you just one institution that does both things? Why are they separated? And what would you say to that?
It's because
why do they need to be separated?
Yes, it's because Girls of Alliance is a non-for-profit organization. So meaning all of our work we don't name profit. But for the Girls Care Kit, we are generating profit to solve a social problem. So you buy the kit from us, and when you buy those kits from us, we'll be able to source some funding to support our program at the Girls of Alliance. And not only that, but you will also be empowering the girls and also sewing the kits. So it's we're getting profit, but we're also solving some problems as well.
Okay, very nice. So what are some products specifically that are in the kit? And as you talk, I'm going to have the kit up here, but what are specific products that when somebody buy the kit, they are going to receive, and do you have different types of kits?
Yes, if you buy the kit, if you buy the kit, exactly what you see in there. But when we started the process, for this year, you will see a little changes in the price because we want for it to be very affordable. But we have our full package. That if you buy in that full package, you're gonna receive everything within it, just as you see it there. You will have the reusable pad, the toothpaste, the shaver, the roll-on. You will have everything within it, and then we have another set. That maybe you will not have, but you will always have the pad in all of them. And all you need to do right now is just follow the Girls Care Kit Facebook page. Will be coming up with new prices because we launched these things last year. So all of our challenges, our mistakes, we're able to learn from them. And surely by this year, we'll be coming up with a new approach, having the same project but with a new approach and coming up with new prices.
Okay, so people can buy them. Are they available online, like easy market or something like that? Are they available?
It's available online. know, you just go to our Facebook page, the Guest Care Kit or Girls of a Line. You just send a message, or if you know any of our volunteers or our team members, you can contact them.
Okay. Awesome. And there is no limit to the quantity that people can buy, right? If they wanted 1,000,000 copies, a million pieces, can they get that?
We will be here to serve you. We will be excited for that, because the thing is, as you buy from us, you are also impacting lives. So we want for guys to have access to these things. We want for parents to be able to buy them. So we will also be very, very excited when we see people buying those items from us. We'll be here and always willing to serve you.
Awesome. So let's talk about the reusable pads for a minute. So one thing I said about that was very innovative, but I feel like some people might be concerned about the health concerns, using that reusable pad. So how can you reassure these people that they are not compromising their health by buying your reusable pads that are very affordable?
Like, everything has its own advantage and disadvantages. And the thing
Mhm.
about a reusable pad, I mean, you can be able to use it for at least 1 year period, but we advise you, like, you be able to have like 6 to 10 pieces, so that's why when we giving it up, we give at least 6 pieces out to the girls, so that you can have at least 6 pieces within a year and you can use it. But with the ordinary pad, you will not be able to use it again. But another thing, that if you don't take care of the reusable pad, I mean, you will have to, suffer from a lot of infection. So we always encourage the girl to take very good care of it, clean it very well. And I think it's normal, if you do not take care of your body, you will get sick. So for anything that you use, you should be able to take a very, very good care of it. So we encourage them to take care of it. Teach them how to wash it, how to dry it, so that they can be able, so that we cannot be solving another problem and they will be creating another problem.
Right. So what materials is the pad made out of?
The pad is made of 100% cotton, and sometimes we just blend some African fabric to it to just show, how proud we are as Africans. But it's 100% cotton, and it's something that can be able to absorb water. So we use those cloths within it, something that is very comfortable, that the girls you can use. Myself, I also use it because it absorbs very, very well. It's something that you can use, especially for new mothers, new baby mothers. They can also use it as well. So it's something that you'll be feel very comfortable with. But just take good care of it. It's gonna take you a long way.
Okay, awesome. So coming up close to the questions for this, but I know with buying your products, it's just not the product that people are buying. They also get the education of how to use your products and the benefits of it, and the sexual reproductive education as well. So why is it that your business decided to do that? Not just sell the product, but also provide the education?
Can you repeat that?
So I know, like, when people buy the products, especially in large quantity, they don't just get the products; they also get the education with it on sexual reproductive health. They can also be shown how to use the products, like you said, how to properly wash it and dispose of it. So why is your organization or your institution deciding to not just sell the product, but also provide the education as well?
Because first thing, we have the Girls Care Kids team, because we have the Girls of Alliance, and we remain committed to our vision by promoting the sexual reproductive health and girls, health and rights of girls and young. So you don't need to pay us. You don't even need to transport us. You don't need to transport us. So just like the profit you are giving us, we're going to transport ourselves. We're going to be there. You don't need to transport. We'll make ourselves available, because we feel like it is our work. It is part of what we are already doing. And that is thing that, it is good that you really buy from us, because when you buy from us, if you have, like, sometimes people buy for their kids, we sometimes encourage them and say, okay, say you are buying for your daughters, but also we want to have conversation with other girls in your community. So maybe you can have 5 or 6 girls, then we come there and teach them. So we see that it is our responsibility, and at Girls of Line is our mission. And like we're saying, like, the guest care kit is just a practical approach, to our work. If we are saying it, we also want to demonstrate it practically, because we want for something that others will be able to follow it, others will be able to promote it. But you cannot talk with us.
All right. Looks like we just lost her here, but we're coming up close to the end of the show. So thank you guys for staying in. This has been season 1, episode 3 of the series called Social Entrepreneurs. So once she rejoins here, then we can go right into the close up of questions. But until then, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Lucky ball.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know. Listen. Mama Liberia, you will rise again. And more your friend and you will shine again. Yeah. Nobody will look down on you again. I prophesy to you, you will regain your dignity again. All hill, Liberia hill. Red, white, and blue is where I represent for sure. This rural land of liberty shall long be for all of us. And I'm talking about one person, cause all of us. History said you been the cornerstone of Africa. You been a safe place when the free slave give back to Africa. That green pepper coast. Hey, Mama Liberia. I can't wait to see you taking over Africa. You ain't got the power to do it, man. You are lifted. See your children there. Look at how they gifted.
Hello, my name is Gartor from the Gartor organization and owner at Janice's Snacks. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things like you. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things like you.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Hello, welcome back. So we do have our guest, Miss Gata. She has rejoined. And like I said, we're coming up close to the end of the show. So just one of the last things we want to go over here is your favorite quote. And I'm going to go ahead and read it. And I just want you to tell us what's the inspiration behind that quote. So it says, "True justice is served when girls and women make decisions that affect their bodies and societies have a stand, voice, and position in governance, system, and development processes at all levels." And I believe that's your quote. So what does that quote mean to you, and how does it help you, stay motivated? You're still muted.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
This quote tells you exactly what I'm deeply passionate about. And my journey towards the future is the first thing that when you hear the quote, you know exactly what Pauline is passionate about. And why am I passionate about? I'm passionate about gender equality. It's actually the source of my motivation. No matter how tough the journey becomes, I remain resilient in my quest for social justice and gender equality. So I see this as an inspiration. We don't have justice. What is justice when girls are getting married, being forced to get married at the age of 16, 17, while their male counterparts remain in school? What is justice when girls are getting pregnant, they are dropping from school? Some of them might not even return to school anymore. If you look at in the political offices, we still live in a male dominant society. We still having, if you look in the political space, we're seeing the legislatures being dominated by men. If you look in our schools, we see our principals, our community leadership. Then where is the justice? I think that we will have true justice when we are all treated equally, when girls and women are given equal opportunity. And this is something that, like I said, I remain resilient in my quest for social justice, no matter how tough the journey is going to be. No matter the backlash and whatever we'll receive, we remain in our decision because we believe that justice should be served to everyone, and gender equality is a must.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just the floor is yours now. If you have any last words for somebody that might be starting off their journey similar to yours, what are some things you would give them to be mindful of, or just in general to anyone watching? Any last words for them?
The first thing I want to say, if you want to start a non-profit of a social enterprise, identify something that you are passionate about. It must be something that connects you. I think from this show, I explained on how we started Girls of Alliance. It's because of my story, losing my mother from a reproductive health condition and losing my boyfriend from abortion. I was able to influence my friends and say, join me on this, let's go ahead. And I keep sharing my story to have a lot of people joining this campaign. But if you are not specific, you are not intentional, you don't have a story, today you will be promoting health, tomorrow you'll be promoting climate change, and the other day you'll be promoting education. You will just be from this place into that place. So you must first be passionate about the issue. You must be able to tell your story. Another thing I would say, be consistent in whatever you do. Be consistent. No matter how it will be tough, people say you cannot make it. You want to start a social enterprise. People say there is no profit in it. You cannot get the money. This society will not support that dream. Stay consistent no matter what. And lastly, I would say to not forget to build your networks on your journey. You cannot just drum out one money. It's okay. There are some people I know that they were very successful without working for anyone or without volunteering in an organization. But I want to tell you, if you want to be successful, go out there and volunteer and build your network. Why am I saying this? Today, we have a couple of consultants as Girls of Alliance. We are not paying them. We don't have the money to pay them. But as much as you build your networks and you work with people, they will believe in you because they know exactly who you are and what you bring to the table. So you must be able to build your network so that you can be able to reach wider audience. And lastly, I would say, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, and we can only eradicate poverty in this country. Our nation can only be great as if we put girls and young women at the center of everything we do. Because what is key is the issue of justice, gender equality. Because when we are all treated equally, I think that we'll all be able to live a peaceful life. Stay committed to your dream no matter how, and believe in yourself. And Prince, I just want to say thank you for having me here today.
Awesome. And thank you for accepting the invitation and being resilient in rejoining the stream, even though the internet, the system is not giving you too much freedom. So thank you as well. So last thing I want to talk to you about is just our upcoming dialogue. So the dialogue is going to be the first week in February, where we're going to bring together all the social entrepreneurs that we have, interview from the beginning of the month. So all the other people, so 4 in total, we're going to bring you guys together just as a way, like you said, to network, right? So you have people that are in the same field. So this is an opportunity for you to meet new people and network with them and expand your level of acquaintances. And then right after that, we have a game show called the 1847 Jeopardy Show, which is when you guys will compete to learn the history of our nation. Because if we're going to change the future, we have to be very, very informed about the past. On that show, we're going to learn about the Liberian history, and hopefully, when we make our future decisions, those history and lessons that we've learned from that can help us make better future decisions. So that's pretty much it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And this has been the 1847 show. I was your host, Prince Lamin Jabo, and this is season 1, episode 3, which is part of our series called Social Entrepreneurs. To watch upcoming episodes, please don't forget to follow the page on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, even Twitter as well. And until next time, stay safe, God bless, and God bless Mama Liberia.